Chino Valley High School here at the half. The Marauders with the lead, 23-0. Both teams back out and ready to go here for the second half of play. Mingus, JB, will have the ball to start the second half after winning the opening coin toss and deferring, and I think they're 3 for 3 on that so far this season, and head coach Bob Young will be proud about that. He'll be happy to know that his team has come out to start each game the way they want to, kicking it away, knowing they'll have it back to start the second half.
Well, that becomes really bad news for Chino because obviously down 23 here at halftime, they're going to need possession of that ball as much as possible.
I don't think they're going to get it. However, they will get to kick the ball off to the Marauders, so that's a benefit there. They will get to kick it away. And Mingus will now Chino must have seen this on tape that they don't kick the ball deep. Both the Marauder return men are up around the 20-yard line. Awaiting the kickoff from 66, Tom Gianfrancisco.
Oh, wow, the line judge was rather adamant about stopping play there.
Oh, yeah. And I wonder why. This is that guy that does the basketball games as well, JB. He certainly likes to make sure that he's part of the game.
You know what? I like being passionate. I don't care if you're on the field or the zebra. I like the passion on the field.
And here's the kick to start the second half. It's high, it's end over end, and it's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. It's Kitchen. Kitchen to the 30, across the 30, 35. Kitchen is upended at about the 36-yard line. First down and 10, Mingus, as the Marauders will start the second half of play from their 36-yard line, leading 23-0.
Kitchen got up looking for a referee to give the ball to, and nobody was around. He looked left, he looked right, he looked left. He just put the ball down.
Put it down right. Yeah, he may have given himself a yard.
Right.
I don't blame him. He's a smart kid, Jackie.
You're right, I know.
First down and 10, Mingus. From the shotgun, Simmons takes a snap, looks left, throws left. He's got a man. It's Garcia, who was wide open with a blocker downfield, and he dropped it. Garcia, we might have to revert back to the old Raiders. Might be time for some Fred Blitnikoff. Stick 'em.
the really shiny elephant glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Lester Hayes had it all over him, had on his helmet.
Right.
Running down the field, ball hit him in the helmet, and he just keep running.
Couldn't take a drink because he couldn't get rid of the cup.
Second down and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to go up the middle with Hanks. And he's going to have about 4, it looks like, out near the 40-yard line. And was that Hanks or was that, yeah, it's got to be Hanks. Rios is coming in from the side. So it's going to be third down and around 6 here for the Marauders. They need to get out to the 46-yard line. Looks like they're just shy of the 40 from here.
Third time in the game, the Mingus Marauders have started on their side of the field.
Yeah, it hasn't happened often.
Otherwise, they've been playing on Chino's side all game.
Which is another reason why you'd like to see the score a little higher. Third down and 6. Here's the snap in. The fake it. He'll throw it across the middle. Oh, man, he had Brewer and threw it over his head. Fake does a little play action. Try to give it to Hanks up the middle and suck that defense in and throw it over the top to Brewer, who was behind the defender. The pass was just a little too high. That one almost like he should have lobbed it a little bit and let him run under it. Instead, he kind of threw that line drive, and it was too high and over him.
Yeah, and it looked like Simmons got a little excited about seeing his open receiver going through that slot.
A little razzle-dazzle here. See if Mingus, well, they're going to punt it. And they punt it away from the return man, and another tremendous Marauder roll. I'll tell you what, Simmons is pretty darn good at that, JB. Over the first 3 weeks of the season, he's come up with some pretty good punts, and he gets a great roll. Kicks it to the sideline away from the return man, gets a good roll and out of bounds. And again, Chino Valley is going to start inside their 20-yard line.
47 yards on the punt, 0 return. I mean, that's effective.
Heck yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't matter how ugly it is or if it bounces 10 yards downfield, you know?
No, there's no return, like you said.
Right. You don't get extra points for flair on punts, right?
First and 10. Cougars coming to the line, trailing 23-0 in their first possession of the second half. Quarterback is Matt Kane, 5'11", 180-pound junior. Here's a snap, and looks like they're going to try to run a fumble-rooski.
Whoops.
Is that what that was? Who has the ball? No, the quarterback still got it. I think it may have been fumbled on the snap. I thought he tried to hand it off to a center there, JB. Lay it down behind the center and let the guard pick it up. Gabe Papp going deep into the playbook. And no, it was just fumble.
That was the unintentional fumble, Ruski.
Yeah. Hey, I was just thinking about it. Remember we went up to Chin Lee years ago, Jackie, and they used to run like the swinging gate and stuff like that we hadn't seen in a while. They're favored tonight to beat Page in Page.
Page has had a rough time of it so far this season.
Another fumble on the snap. This time Kane comes up with it. Hit as he throws. He's got it off to a man who's breaking a tackle. And down the sideline he goes for a first down across the 30, about the 31-yard line. Well, Kane, a jump pass a la 1960, and he makes the reception, makes the completion to the right side, and it looks like it was Pelletier maybe that got in there to provide the pressure.
Well, Lasky gets the reception for the Cougars out here, his first reception of the night.
Let's see how the Marauders line up here. They got Eppinger who's going to play over the ball. Looks like they got Big Troy in there also. Troy Carter is at one defensive end position, and Wellborn is going to be at the other defensive end position. I thought we were going to see Wellborn at linebacker, but he's played right defensive end so far tonight. And on 1st and 10, and looking to throw is Clausen. Clausen under pressure. He'll let it go, and it's intercepted by Brewer. Brewer just outworked the intended receiver that time. He knows basketball's coming up, so he boxed him out, got him on his backside, jumped up, and made the interception at the 40-yard line. So Clausen under pressure. He's hit as he releases the ball, and the pass is right to Brewer. And you can see our fans watching at home. He tipped it in the air, and then was able to pull it in as the defender, the receiver rather, was getting to him.
Brewer's saying, you know what, I know that Simmons has thrown in my general direction a couple of times. I'm getting good at catching something not thrown to me.
All right. Two receivers on the right. Pitch out of the backfield going to Herndon on the right. Herndon will lower his shoulder and hit a couple of defenders as he's going down, and Herndon will have a carry of about 2 yards. Well, the Marauders had two receivers on that side apparently to block. That's also the side that the fullback lined up on, but it was the short side of the field and ran out of real estate in a hurry.
Well, that's the problem, trying to sweep to the short side of the field, is you've got the 12th man on the field, hence the sideline.
Right, he never misses a tackle.
I've never seen him miss a tackle. I've seen referees miss it. But
2nd down and 7, and they'll delay draw it. Looked like he pulled out from under center and was going right, and then turned around and handed it back to the left-hand side on a delayed draw to Hanks. Didn't fool the Cougars. They hit him at the line. And it's no gain, bringing up 3rd down and 7 again. The Marauders have run 5 plays in the second half and have a total of about 5 yards. In a huddle, Marauders come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split to the left. It's Garcia and Brewer. Wing back on either side. Now in motion is Rios, and we've got a flag, and that stops the play, which is going to be against the offense. Although he's pointing to the defense. Yeah, somebody lined up all sides. Yeah, all sides on the defense. Well, that makes a difference. Instead of 3rd and 7, it'll be 3rd and 2. Marauders need to get to midfield for a first.
That does make a huge difference. Only the 2nd penalty against the Chino Valley Cougars. They've got 2 5-yard penalties in this game.
It's a long 2, closer to 3. Back to the line of scrimmage. Marauders running the same play. Here it is, going to the middle with Hanks, and they got him at the line.
Gobbled him up.
Well, early in the game, we saw the Marauders' lines just manhandling Chino Valley. These last 2 Marauder possessions, they haven't had any room to run.
Carrier is stopped by the middle of the Chino Valley line.
Now,
running a play in. Mingus might be going for it here on 4th and 2 from the 48.
Up 23-0.
The defense has played well.
Yeah, indeed. Want to remind our fans out there, last we heard, Lakeside Blue Ridge handling Snowflake quite handily, 30-0.
4th down and 2. Mingus looking to go for it on 4th down. Here's a snap. Right side to Herndon. Herndon cuts it back through the middle. Herndon chugs along and reaches his hand out like he was at the goal line to get across the 50 for a 1st down. What a nice run that time by Herndon. Just would not be denied that 50-yard line and broke it by about the length of a football, which is enough for a 1st down. Tyler Herndon, strong run that time, Jackie.
Well, no doubt, probably the most important 3 yards he's picked up so far. He has hit 1, 2, 3 different times and riding his back all the way to the ground.
1st and 10, Mingus. They throw right side to Brewer, and he's got a block to the 40. Cutting inside at 35 to 30. Brewer running into the middle of the field to the 20. Still on his horse and off to the races he goes. To the end zone, touchdown, Mingus. A 50-yard strike. Pitch and catch that time. Simmons to Brewer. Took off down the right sideline, then just cut it back to the middle and ran past the defenders all the way to the end zone. 50-yard strike, and the Marauders score first here in the 2nd half.
Great lead block out there by Rios, and great cutback. You know, Brewer has deceptive speed. He really does.
And he's a tough kid.
He's a good kid, man.
And in to attempt the extra point, Cadero, and the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Womp, womp, womp. 29-0, 7:32 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Mingus comfortably ahead. We'll be back with a Marauder kickoff after this.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Jair Jacobo in the kickoff for the Marauders. It's high and short. Taken by Marcel at the 12-yard line, trying to get to the left sideline. Marauders converge on him. He slips and falls. At about, now we got a flag coming in. Way after the play. Marcel falls down on his own at about the 28-yard line, where it would be 1st down and 10 Cougars, but let's see what the flag is for. Somebody went falling face first into the ground, a Chino Valley player. And it's going to be against Chino Valley. It's a personal foul against the Cougars, and they may be starting to get a little antsy over there, getting shut out here 29-0 on their home field, and that's going to back them up. So what would have been starting position about the 29-yard line is now going to go all the way back around the 14. And that's where they're going to mark it, and it'll be 1st down and 10. Cougars from their 14-yard line, trailing by 29.
Marcel really got tackled by the field, as you made mention. We talked in the pregame about how long the grass is, especially when you get to these sidelines. We are literally talking 5 to 6 inches in height.
Yeah, right where he was. 1st down and 10, and it looks like it is Kane in that quarterback there trying to sweep right, and then he thought he was going to cut it back to the middle, and well, Longfellow was there.
Well, he was trailing the play, and that's not who you really want as the trailer.
He was there just for that, just for that cutback.
Exactly.
And he knew that. There was no reason to go chase that guy all the way to the sideline. Sideline will tackle him if he gets there. I got corner and a safety over there. If he tries to cut it back to the middle for a big gain.
Right.
And what do we call him? The wrecking ball? The
wrecking
hammer?
ball.
I mean, he's cannonball. They shove him in the cannon at home or something after a touchdown because kid brings it, man.
He does. He's sizable.
2nd down and 9 now from the far hash mark, going right to left across the radio dial, and they're going to try sweep left this time. Didn't work on the right, doesn't work on the left. A loss on the play. Back to about the original line of scrimmage, the 14. Unable to shake free was number 21, JB. I don't have a 21 on my program, so I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah, I don't either.
Looks like he's got some fans out here, though. 3rd down and 10 as the play is run in by backup quarterback Jake Clausen.
Wow, what experience for this young freshman.
Right, freshman. What's the other kid's a junior? Okay. And from the near hash mark, 3rd down and long. Clausen set under center with one back behind him. He'll take the snap and hand off to this fullback who's gobbled up in the backfield and fumbles. And the Marauders have it. No, it looks like the linesman's going to say he's down. And it won't be a turnover. Gregson jumps on the loose ball, but they're saying 4th down. And the Cougars now will have to punt it away. A loss of about a yard, maybe 2, back to around the 13-yard line as the Cougars look to punt it away.
Yeah, I think he was down by swarming.
Oh, man, he was down by, looked like they just had him or twisting him around a circle trying to make him dizzy.
Got dizzy, ball popped out. Centrifugal force. It's all physics.
We're going to play Twister without the spinner. Here's the snap, and from his end zone, he fumbles in the end zone, and now caught in the end zone. Down did he get across? Looks like they're going to say he is, no, safety. Second safety of the game for the Marauders as the punter never did quite get out of the end zone, and now he looks hurt.
Oh,
Crawling around on his hands and knees in the end zone. It looks like he's going to make it to his feet. And that is their #1 fullback, Connor Richburger, that fumbled the snap. And by the time he was able to come over, they tried to run out of the end zone and didn't quite make it as a couple of Marauders came out with a big hit, 3 of them, as a matter of fact, to bring them down just shy of the goal line. And the Marauders have their second safety of the game and 3rd in 2 games.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. In fact, I think Kitchen was wise enough. He was trying to tell the referee that the ball got out. We should have the ball on the 4-inch line.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it cost us a possible 5 points.
Right.
And Kitchen saying, all right, well, man, I'm going to go back, kick it to me. At the 40-yard line, Kitchen and Herndon await the kick.
Also want to mention Eppinger was in on that as well.
Oh, boy, that's probably the guy that roughed him up a little bit, Big Epi. Big Epi getting it done. Alex Eppinger, nose guard, junior, 6'4", 240 pounds. Lean, mean, fighting machine. Remember that, Stripes?
Yep, I do.
Fun being in your 40s. You remember stuff that most of these kids out here playing have no idea what you're talking about.
However, being in my 40s, most of what I remember is only in my 20s. So
right, that's what I'm talking about. Here's the snap, or here's the kick rather, and it's going to be taken by Kitchen at the 40, the 45 to 50. Kitchen right down the middle, and he's got a big lane, and he's off to the races. Kitchen to the 20, to the 10, and he's down at the 6. Man, he almost did it, JB. Almost did it. He said, yeah, well, if he's not out, kick it to me. I'm going to put it right in. Almost did it. Down to the 6. 1st down and goal, Marauders to start this drive, leading 29-0. And Kitchen had a big hole down the middle, and it was just from behind that Torrey Marcel was able to catch up and bring him down.
Wow, holy cow. You know what I like about that? He made one move, one cut.
Yeah, and then just straight up the field.
One and done.
And fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And very quick. He went full speed from the time he got the ball.
Chino Valley licking their wounds. Call timeout here with 5 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Oh, it's 31-0. I gypped us our safety, JB. We'll be back after the Cougar timeout.
Shame.
Yeah.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Back at Chino Valley High School, handoff left side, Herndon following his big fellas up through the middle. And it looks like he's going to be shy of the end zone by, well, about 4 yards.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of hard when you're trying to outrun your blocks. But he did a great job following his blocks. Got some score updates. Blue Ridge continuing the dominance, 36-0 over Snowflake. And as we understand it, Coconino leading Kingman, and that'll be good power points for him. 21-0.
It's good power points for us.
Yeah.
Second down and goal. Marauders from the 4. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand off up the middle to Hanks. He's in. Touchdown! Dakota Hanks with the trifecta tonight. He's got 5 in the last 2 games. And the Marauders extend the lead 37-0 with 4:20 left in the third quarter of play.
Wow, talk about being efficient with your yardage. 11 carries, 60 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Kind of sounds like old Simmons throwing the ball last year.
Yeah, I know.
Kadera missed his last extra point attempt. And this time it is up, and it is good, and the Marauders lead 38-0. Mingus will kick off when we come back after this quick timeout.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Chino Valley High School, the Marauders score again here in the second half. They've actually scored 3 times in the second half, 2 touchdowns and a safety. And now we'll look to kick the ball away as Jair Jacobo comes on to kick it off for the Marauders.
Well, they've held the Chino Valley Cougars to 103 yards of offense.
A bouncing kick taken at the 1, and it forces Richburger into the end zone where they will call it down for a touchback, and the Cougars will start from their own 20.
Not exactly sure the special teams' intention there. Why would your deep man even try to grab a low-line drive going into the end zone anywhere within the 5-yard line? I have no idea why you would do that.
What good could come out of that?
I mean, you know, you're taking a huge risk.
If it goes out of bounds, you're happy.
Right, exactly. And if it doesn't, if it goes into the end zone, okay, you get the ball at the 20, hence this situation.
Right.
But your likelihood of even getting back to the 20 or breaking one.
Especially tonight with as many missed handle kicks as we've seen.
Oh, on both sides.
Right. Here's the snap, and Kane's going to hand off up the middle to Richburger, and he's going to have a yard. Maybe even 2. Looks like they're going to give him 2. Second down and 8 from the 22.
That becomes his biggest running play of the game so far. He's got 5 carries, 1 yard in the game.
He broke it for a body length. And now here comes Clausen back into the ball game.
Now, I don't believe that Chino is using their first-string quarterback on this.
No, he's suspended. Huh, sound familiar?
No, not at all.
Second down and 8 now. Clausen in at quarterback. He'll take the snap and fake the handoff. Clausen's going to run. Clausen going right. Clausen hitting the backfield, and he's going to be hit for a loss. It's Israel Montijo, it looks like, that comes in to make the play for the Mingus Marauders. Did I have that right? Was it 36 is who I thought?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's who it was. Israel Montijo. A junior, 5'10", 165, that makes the tackle for the Marauders for a loss of about 3 back to the 19-yard line where it's 3rd and 11.
Well, Gromer, I believe, started the first game. He ended up the first game for the Chino Valley Cougars, 2 of 7, 19 yards. That's all he had. No touchdowns, no interceptions, but obviously probably more of a running threat.
Right, well, yeah, especially in APAP's offense.
Right.
3rd down and 11. Kane back in at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. Kane looking left. He's got a man, but he's not going to be able to get it to him. Now he's going to try to run, and he spun around, still on his feet, to the 20, to the 22, and knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Good catch-up speed that time by Eric Pierce to make the play for the Marauders. And I think he looked down the field and he thought, I got a shot at Torrey Marcel, and then he saw that the Marauder defensive backs were just kind of baiting him. Yeah, he looks open, but if you throw that ball, we're right there.
Right. It's man-to-man zone is what that's called. I'm man-to-man covering, but I'm just giving a little bit of distance here.
Let's see if Garcia's Put a little stick him on those gloves. See if we can hold on to a punt here.
Does he have gloves?
Yeah, he's got the gloves on.
Does he?
Yep. Standing at his 40-yard line, high snap. Richburger is able to handle it. Gets off a nice punt. That'll back Garcia up, and he fumbles it again. Picks up the 31. Garcia now hit at the 40, and he's down. Jackie hasn't come up with one clean yet.
No. That's going to make for a long film session Saturday morning. Holy cow.
And it makes you wonder if Tyler Herndon's not standing over on the sideline going, hey, coach.
Well, coach is saying you already got your 108 yards for the game.
Right. And that's the other thing is a guy like Herndon, you don't want to leave him out there too much. He's going to get a lot of carries in the game where he's going to get hit. If he doesn't have to be your punt returner, then you probably don't want him to be. But if Garcia doesn't start holding on to the ball on these punt returns, Jackie, you got to do something.
Well, yeah. I know in the NFL you've already hit the DL, right?
Oh, yeah. If this was last week, you've hit the cut list.
Or the practice squad.
Oh, here's the snap, and they've got Navarez in at quarterback. He's going to pitch it to Watkins, who's in trouble. Now he breaks free, and Watkins still on his feet, into the 40, and Watkins puts on the afterburners down the sideline. He goes, and then cut it back to the middle, the only place he can be tackled, and he is at about the 14, 13-yard line. A huge gain for the Marauders as he picks up
50 yards. Yeah, 50 yards. It started at the 40.
Yeah, it started at the 40, and he's down to the 14.
Oh.
So, yeah,
46. Close. Yeah, 46 yards.
And I've got an injured Cougar on the field. Marauders up to the line of scrimmage looking to run a play. And they're getting the chain set. Now one of the officials notices, hey, we got a hurt player back at the line of scrimmage. Wow. Brian Watkins gets his first carry of the season at JB. That young man's got some speed.
That's what we've heard about him. And, in fact, that was one of the most lopsided pitches that we've ever seen. It's like the fullback lined up directly to the quarterback, took it, and literally just tossed it at him.
The injured player is Sam Heckethorn, and Heckethorn is a junior, 6', 168. Watkins, Jackie, is a power lifter as well. He, along with Troy Carter, at least those two, and there may be a couple others that I'm not aware of at this point, are on the Mingus Marauder powerlifting team that competed in the 100% raw weightlifting contest that they had at the Cottonwood Park and Rec Center here over the summertime. It's a big weightlifting competition that was going on in 8 different areas across the country, and one of those was right here in Cottonwood, put on by Tim McKeever.
Right. I heard about that event. And both of those two, as I understand it, competed very well.
Yeah.
Watkins, as I've been told by Coach Dixon, an incredible speed demon. The question is how do you get him into the offense?
Yeah, I found it there. The Marauders had a girl on that powerlifting team as well, JB, named Heather Calandra that took second in the nation.
Nice.
Here's a snap, and the Marauders trying to run it, and, not a whole lot happening on that play. They've got Navarez in at quarterback, JB, if for nothing else, just to give him a little work. And we're starting to see the Marauders switching out quite a few players now, I think. And this is something that we talked about on the way over here. Will the Marauders change things up? They've got Andre May, who was a starting defensive end at the beginning of the season. He's only a sophomore, 6', 190, and he's in there at right guard right now for the Marauders. Navarez from the gun. He's got Herndon in motion, and now he's going to run it himself. Navarez caught from behind and slammed to the ground pretty hard that time. I'm trying to look and see. It looks like it's number 63. Might have been, maybe it wasn't 63. It might have been 69, I think, rather. Tanner Bunton that comes up with the big play.
Well, Navarez is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. I believe they had Moronas in the backfield, too. Is that correct?
Yeah, they've got all kinds of guys switched around there. It looks like it's Hanks in there right now. They got number 48 split wide to the left-hand side. That's Vera. And Navarez looking to throw, and he's got it off to Herndon. A little bit out of his reach. Herndon went for a diving attempt at it, and Had he made it, would have still been short of a first down, but nonetheless, it's incomplete. So that stops the clock. 48 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Marauders on top, 38-0, and they've made some pretty wholesale changes out there in their offense.
Navarez threw that ball just a little early, Zach. I think he felt the pressure coming and just released it sooner than he had to. Herndon, I don't think, got his shoulders turned around.
Cordell McKeever, there's another guy who's on that powerlifting team. He's in the game at left tackle. Navarez flushed down to the backfield, and he's going to pump fake, look to throw, break a tackle. Flag comes in. Navarez down to about the 1 yard line, which would be enough for a first down. However, a flag is going to come in for what I believe is hitting the back on the Marauders, which will give them another shot at fourth down. But it's going to back him up a little bit. I think he had enough for a first. Looks like he's down around the 1 or 2.
Well, you know what? I think if he's tackled at about the 6 yard line, I think Chino takes the ball.
All right.
But the great effort of getting the first down is going to force Chino to take the penalty.
Right, yeah, for sure. And that will move it back to, let's see where they spot it now.
64 penalty yards on the Mingus Marauders.
Wow. Back to the 19. So Mingus needs to get to about the 4 yard line. So it's fourth down and about 15 from here.
Mingus approaching 400 yards of offense on the game, sitting at 364, 218 of that on the ground.
Hanks right behind Navarez. Here's a snap, fake to Hanks. Now Navarez looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket on the right side, and he's just going to be hit out of bounds. Keep the clock running, it looks like. I don't know why. It's a turnover on downs. That'll stop the clock. And the Marauders run out of downs after the big play that time by Watkins, who cut it back to the middle and got tackled by the only guy that could have tackled him for some reason. And instead of scoring, the Marauders turn it over on downs. So they do chew up a little bit of clock as we're only down to 26 seconds left in the third quarter.
I think he thought that Richburger was going to get around that block to the sideline, and the man downfield was blocking him to the inside.
Right.
He had that sideline. You're absolutely right. And when he went to the inside, man, it was a shoelace. I guarantee you Richburger is going to have a bruise somewhere around that wrist because that's the only contact he made.
You never like to get tackled by a guy that's on the ground.
No.
First down and 10 here. Cougars from their 20-yard line. About the 22 or 3, I guess, is where it was officially marked. And, man, everything's happening in the backfield as the Marauders have about 6 guys tackle the ball that time.
Troy Carter's having a fun day out there.
Hey, bad Troy. And the Marauders run a player in from the sideline. Looks like Israel Montejo is back into the game, replacing Zach Pelletier. Haven't called Pelletier too much tonight. I'm sure he's been doing fine work out there, but haven't called his name as much as we have the first 2 weeks.
No, well, that's because the defensive line has been making such incredible penetration.
That's the end of the third quarter. The Mingus Marauders comfortably ahead, 38-0. Can they maintain the shutout this week? That's yet to be seen. So far, so good. We'll be back to Chino Valley. Mingus up 38-0.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Arizona. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Arizona Interscholastic Association and the Arizona Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Second down and 12 for the Cougars. They're going to sweep to the right side. Marauders all over it. Nowhere to run. They got him from behind and down for a short gain. He's actually going to have progress. Oh, and here comes a flag right now. Here comes a flag. That's how late that flag was.
Actually, it just hit the ground. It was thrown very high.
It was thrown at rather high.
Right.
That guy's got something more than popcorn in his flag.
Yeah, doves, probably. Mario Rubalcaba getting in on the tackle and then helping the runner up.
Personal foul on Mingus that time.
Ooh, that had to have been a late hit then.
Well, our fans at home, we might get another chance to take a look at this.
Yeah, let's see. If
that certainly doesn't help the Marauders in their quest to maintain the shutout, however.
Now, if, of course, you haven't had a chance to watch this yet, you want to watch it on your local cable, Channel 2, that is both Suddenlink and Cable 1. Channel 2 is Channel 2 on both. And of course, there are several rebroadcasts for you. After this play, we'll let you know exactly some of those broadcasts, or at least when the first one is.
First down and 10 after the 15-yard mark off for the personal foul. Cougars have it at their own 42. And Kane looking to throw. Kane deep down the middle in the triple coverage, and it's incomplete. Garcia, pretty good at knocking the ball onto the ground tonight, and he was able to get back that time and knock it away. Triple coverage. It was Garcia back along with Jesse Rios, and it looks like it's Rashawn Montgomery, the point guard from the Mingus Marauder basketball team, JB. This kid has got wheels. There's no doubt. And the Marauders are just trying to figure out a way to get him into the action a little bit offensively. He's only been playing football here for 3 weeks. And Coach Young said, if we can find a way to get him the ball, watch out. That kid can run.
I hear you. Hey, by the way, I want to let you know, first rebroadcast is Saturdays, 8 a.m., and then Sunday nights, 8 p.m.
Here's the snap. Kane looking to throw. Kane is going to get it off, and he's got a man. Catch is made, but short of a first down. Good tackle by Eric Pierce over on the far end of the field in front of the Marauder bench, and it'll bring him down right at midfield, which will be about a yard and maybe a little more short of a first down, but it's third and short now for the Cougars.
Matt Kane has completed both of his attempted throws here in the second half for 23 yards.
Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
And then Sunday night football. Sunday night Mingus Marauder football on Channel 2.
We certainly would rather be watching that.
8 p.m.
Than those other guys that have that, what's that other league? NFL.
They have more camera angles than we do. But
yeah, well.
Ours is more fun.
Sure is. Third down and 1 now. Let's see the Marauder defense can come up with a stop. Bringing linebackers up on the line. Here's a snap. Hand over the fullback. He's hitting the backfield, and he's down for a loss. Well, the Marauders come up with a stop on third down as Richburger can't get free up on the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard back to the other side of the 50. And, hey, get back on your own side of the field. Fourth down and 2 now for the Cougars.
I mean, the only way that looks any good coming out of the backfield is if you are totally colorblind. If you cannot tell the difference between the red or the white and the blue jerseys. Because where the hole was supposed to be or where the blue jerseys was supposed to be just got swallowed by the Mingus defensive line.
Yeah, they looked good on that play. That's how they looked at the beginning of the game, just controlling the line of scrimmage, and they've done an excellent job of that here so far tonight.
Well, in the trenches. So far, 118 yards of total offense here for the Chino Valley Cougars.
Back them up. Kane from the shotgun now. He's got a fullback to his right. Fourth down and 2. He's under center. 2 backs behind him. Kane rolls, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Well, Kane took a shot that time. Longfellow got through and hammered him for his effort, and Bass is thrown incomplete over onto the Cougar sideline, and the Marauders will take over from just across midfield. First down and 10 with 9:43 left to go in the game. 38-0 Mingus leads. And we saw the last time the Marauders had the ball, they really switched out a lot of players and are starting to use some of their bench guys.
See, Connor Richburger out there trying to scrape one of those black marks off his helmet. I don't think that one comes back, Connor. It might be a dent.
Navarez in at quarterback with Watkins behind him. I saw Tyler Bond come into the ball game. Here's a handoff to Watkins. No, it's going to be Navarez. He's got a first down. It looked like he handed it to Watkins and then just took off to the right and was able to pick up a big gain of about 15 yards. Where are they going to mark him? Yeah, right at about the 36. About a 14-yard gain that time. And a first down run by the junior backup quarterback, Micah Navarez.
231 rushing yards yards for the Mingus Marauders, equating 38 points, although Mingus has scored touchdowns in the air and 2 safeties in this game.
Tight end in the wing on the right-hand side. Navarez takes a snap, hands off to Kitchen going right. Kitchen's got a hole to the outside. Kitchen off to the races, and he's going to be hit, still on his feet, and now down around the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him back a little bit before where he actually hit the ground. He must have stepped out of bounds over on the Marauder sideline. And where's he at? Looks like they're going to mark him about the 17. First down and 10 Mingus from the Chino Valley 17. 9:20 left to go here in the ball game.
18 yards by Kitchen, and he is just explosive when he gets the ball. Yeah.
He's had some fast players this year. And Navarez getting that valuable experience, fumbles a snap, picks it up, and breaks free from a defender. Navarez to the right side, breaking through more defenders, and still on his feet, and finally down. What would have been a loss of about 3 or 4 yards ends up being a gain of about 6 or 7. Navarez with a tremendous effort to make something out of nothing on that play.
Isn't it amazing? Sometimes the broken plays are the ones that make the NFL highlights.
And I watched that kid play basketball last year also, JB. He's got that it factor, you know what I mean? I mean, he's one of those players. He's in this game to win.
Not only that, but those players just naturally, instinctively see the field.
And make everyone else around them better. Navarez from the gun, 2nd down and 4. Takes a snap, pitches to Watkins, going left. Watkins cuts back in the middle. Watkins to the outside, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown! Brian Watkins gets the run, a carry of about 11 yards for a Marauder touchdown. And Mingus now leads 44-0. Here are their highest scoring output of the season. And we've got a new kicker coming in here, JB. It looks like we're going to have the young lady, Marley Uras, coming in to kick the extra point.
Great weaving, great job following his blocks. And, boy, that was a great run.
Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it's no good. Well, she gave it a nice effort, but the kick comes up. Looks like it may have been a little short. 8:17 left to go, 4th quarter. Mingus up 44-0. We'll be back with a Marauder kickoff coming up after this.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Comfortably ahead, 44-0 with 8:17 left to go. Fans, next week's homecoming. Come on out and enjoy the game. Flagstaff Eagles coming to town. Here's the kick taken at the 7-yard line, and it's Marcel with it, trying to get to his sideline. Hit and down. Good return. Out across the 20, about the 22. First down and 10 Cougars.
Now, interesting enough, we were told that Payson is, at the beginning of the season, Payson was kind of ranked in the top 10.
They still are.
Still are. They have a win over Chino Valley. I think that was 57-28. That was the first game of the season.
That 28.
That's the interesting thing. And apparently, the Chino Valley Cougars were able to put some decent yardage.
But Coach Young said, move the ball up and down the field on pace.
Yes, exactly. Well, Mingus's defense has been, third game's different than the first. But at the same time, Mingus has been much more stubborn on defense.
Kane set under center, takes a snap, and he's under pressure, looks to throw, jailbreaks, got it off to his running back on the left side. He'll make a move to get more yardage, then Gregson will catch up and bring him down. I'll tell you what, Brandon Gregson has been a sure-handed tackler so far these first 3 games this season. He had a tremendous game last week, along with Pelletier for the Marauder defense against Bradshaw Mountain.
Certainly so, and there was an awful lot of tackling done out there because, Mingus had their defense on the field most of the game, even though they won the game 23-7.
Handedly, yeah. Clock running. On the first down, they got the stick set. 7:25 left to go. Marauders trying to hold on to a shutout. 44-0. The Mingus Marauders with the lead as Chino Valley heads up to the line of scrimmage, playing from the far hash mark. Marauders switching around their personnel defensively. One back in the backfield, and here's the snap. Looking to throw. They've got a man on the flat left-hand side, and it's a little high. Intended that time for Nick Ingle, and Ingle can't come up with it. Falls incomplete and brings up second down. Ingle. 49-0 now. Blue Ridge leads Snowflake.
Sorry about that, Zach. I was going to say, those are the pass plays that are dangerous for the receiver. You're backpedaling. Yeah. You got to go way up. You've exposed all 13 ribs on both sides.
Yeah, and if you're a safety, you just cherish that. Oh, look at those ribs. They look so good. And like somebody like Adrian Wilson with the Cardinals, that guy would clean your clock for a play like that.
Right. Right. Even one of the guys in the eating competitions, right?
Yeah.
Talking ribs.
Yeah, well, we like ribs. Here's a play, looking to run again. Hit the backfield. What a big sack by the Marauders. And, quarterback turned around kind of awkwardly there, JB. It looks like he might be hurt. It looks like it's 79 Troy Carter that comes in along with 56 on the play that time. That's Mac Kayak. Jackie? Take a look at number 56 for me. Kayuk. Senior, 5'8", 190. Nice play.
Yeah, he did. He got hit very weird on that one, and I certainly hope that he is going to be okay.
Yeah, they're already hurting at quarterback. Their starter's out, not for an injury, but for a brain injury, I guess. Not a physical one.
Well, we've seen those mental defects.
Nothing like working with high school kids, right? And they will make the substitution, but now they bring in Bud Kane to replace Matt Kane instead of Jake Clausen. So they've got a sophomore quarterback coming in. He's a little bigger. Not as heavy, but a little taller. And here it is, third down and about 30. And they're going to try to sweep left-hand side. Caught in the backfield and down. Wow. That time it's Jordan Wellborn making a play in the backfield, grabbing onto number 21. We're not sure who he is, but he wasn't going anywhere. Wellborn grabbed him, helicoptered him, and threw him down on his head for his effort.
Well,
wow. They need to get to the 45, so it's fourth down and 25 now for Chino Valley. And they're going to punt. Why not? 5:37 left.
Well, looking through the Mingus Marauders, 2 safeties on the game, and that was the 3rd sack in the game for the Mingus Marauders.
And how many plays behind the line of scrimmage? I mean, just on run plays.
Multiples.
Richburger gets off the punt. It is a high wobbler, not very long. And the Marauders will just stay away from it, and it's going to be downed by Eigel at about the 43-yard line. 42, yeah, that sounds good to me. First down and 10 Mingus with 5 minutes left to go and clock running. Whoa, Fountain Hills ties up Payson 7-7.
Wow.
Oh. Clock might not be stopping.
Right.
42-0. It's 44-0, but once you get past 42, the clock continues to roll.
Right. This would be the first continuous clock here for the Mingus Marauders.
By the way, many to come.
That punt almost making it back to the first down marker.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how deep the Mingus Marauder defense drove the Chino Valley offense.
Here's the snap. Hand off to Kitchen going right. Kitchen behind his blockers. Cuts it back to the middle. He's got a first down and more inside the 30 of the 28. Well, Brennan Kitchen, JB, he's looking pretty darn good running the ball out there. And that's something that Coach Young said before the game as well. He wants to get Kitchen more touches. He doesn't want him to take too much of a beating out there.
Right. He doesn't want to lose him defensively is what has happened.
Right, exactly.
You know, and you got to love it when you've got the defensive coach and the offensive coach arguing as to who's going to get the energy from that particular player.
First down and 10. Navarez at quarterback takes a snap and fumbles, jumps on it and saves possession for Mingus. Looked like he was handing it off to Watkins in front of him, only to pull it back out and either run or throw it, but somewhere in that exchange of faking the handout to Watkins, the ball got jarred loose.
Well, we've seen the Mingus Marauder quarterbacks do that exceptionally. In the basket, out. Whoops, wait,
yeah,
out.
because you see how Watkins came back up and looked to make the block on the defender coming through. He wasn't expecting to get the ball.
No, but it's supposed to be in the breadbasket so that
looks like it.
Yeah, you got to sell the fake.
2nd down and 10. No blood, no foul. And here's a snap. And now they'll run it left-hand side. Is it Kitchen again? It might be No, it's Hanks. Hanks to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown! He's like Al Bundy. 4 touchdowns in one game. And the Marauders extend the lead. It's 50-0 Mingus with 3:07 left to go here in the ball game.
Holy cow. 4 touchdowns.
In one game.
Oh, yeah, and look, he's just following, waiting for his blocks to line themselves up, and then just found all the room in the world off to the left-hand corner.
And they've got the young lady, Marley Uras, in to attempt the extra point once again. And the kick is up, and that one almost decapitated somebody up on the line of scrimmage, and it's no good. 50, half 100 on the board here for the Marauders, JB. Pretty good offensive output tonight. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff coming up right after this. Marauders up 50-0 with 2:25 left to go.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Back at Chino Valley High School. Apparently we've got some type of a delay out here as the Marauders are getting ready to kick off, leading 50-0. 27-yard touchdown run by the fullback Dakota Hanks that time, JB. His 4th touchdown of the ball game.
So does that mean that he's going to grow up and become this really bad shoe salesman and couch potato?
I hope not, but he scored 4 touchdowns in one game, just like Al Bundy,
right.
Hero to many of us 40-somethings.
Yeah, but here's the difference. Hank still has other opportunities to do it again and duplicate it, right?
Well, yeah, and and he does. Although the clock will continuously run here, it's down to 2:21 as the Marauders look to kick off. And I'm not sure you'll see like Hanks and those guys in there if the Marauders get it back. You might really start to see the bench empty out.
Well, certainly so. The low kick by Uras is the long snapper's worst enemy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. and the kick this time by Jacobo, the kickoff man, goes into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Cougars get the ball 1st and 10 from their 20, being shut out 50-0 here tonight.
I know when we were looking for long snappers on the Cardinals, we had one of them nailed in the back. He decided that long snapping was not for him.
Yeah, that's not fun. How about if I kick it in the guy in front of me?
Oh, man.
We got one guy down here on the sideline, JB. It might be 66, Tom Gianfrancisco. It's got to be. He's got about 100 letters across the back of his jersey. He's sitting on the sideline on the bench with a big ice pack
on the back of the
taped to his neck.
Yeah.
That's the kid that was the kicker. 1st down and 10. Cougars to the line of scrimmage. And I think it's the other Kane, Bud Kane, still in at quarterback. He's going to hand off, trying to run right. Nowhere to go. Marauders got him. A gain of a yard, maybe 2 for Lasky that time. And we're not going to have much time left in this one. As fast as 1:50 could click off the clock. Next week, we are back home. 3rd of 4 games this season at home for the Mingus Marauders. And it's homecoming with the Flagstaff Eagles coming to town.
And, of course, Flagstaff Eagles, another Division III opponent for the Mingus Marauders. So a step up, a win over the Eagles gives us extra power points. And Mingus, I know, the only shutout of first shutout ever of the Eagles came last year for the Marauders.
Cougars look to snap the ball. Kane looking to throw. He does to the left side and hit his man, but he dropped it. Nick Eigel that time. The intended receiver unable to catch the ball and brings up 3rd down and 9.
And ordinarily would have stopped the clock.
Right, but it's running down to a minute. And the Cougars in a huddle trying to take up every second that they can. Don't want to have to give this thing back to the Marauders.
No, but at the same time would love to break out the shutout. This would be the first shutout for the Mingus Marauders this year. Had one up until 26 seconds. And so obviously if Mingus's defense chooses not to bend over like they did last week, here at 26-second mark.
Don't see it happening. 3rd down and 9. Kane set under center, takes a snap, hands off to the running back, going left, hitting the backfield and down for a loss on the play. Good play by the Marauder defense, and that might just do it. Was it Gregson again? No, it's Felix Vera that comes in that time, and well, not sure. I have to take a look at that. I think that might have been somebody else there, JB.
Oh, I thought I saw 48.
I think it was 88.
Oh, that could be.
That's who it was. It was 88. Zach Simmons. How about that?
The freshman.
We saw him play last week as well.
Yep.
This kid has got a future at Mingus, I'll tell you that. Well, that's the end of the game. Final score, 50-0. The Marauders get a shutout here at Chino Valley, put 50 on the board, and have a streak going now, 2 in a row.